Hi, this is Dorothy from favediets.com and from taichibosman.com/rawfoodblog. I'm making one of my favorite dishes right now, which is cherry brownie hearts. And to do it, I sprouted a half a cup of almonds. And to do that, you soak them for a day and then let them sprout till they have the little white tip on them. You don't have to sprout them. You can just put a half cup of almonds in there and a 1/4 cup of mesquite powder, which mesquite has these deep roots like alfalfa that can go down 100 feet. And I like stuff with deep roots. It seems like it would have a lot of nutrients, and indeed it does. It's a very sweet molasses taste. So I know you're used to thinking of mesquite for barbecues and stuff, but in cooking, especially desserts, it tastes really good. And it's also an antifungal, an antimicrobial, an antispasmodic. It's used in first aid to help stop bleeding, but it's also really good for the colon because it's slowly absorbed, so it's really good for people with diabetes and stuff. Anyway, in here, so we've got the almonds and the mesquite and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. And then next we're going to add 3 tablespoons of cacao nibs. And this recipe is from Phyo, and she's such a great cook, or raw foodist. I changed it a little bit, so you'll see my recipe underneath there. And then 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and a little vanilla powder. Coconut oil, 2 tablespoons, and a dash of vanilla powder. And if you don't have vanilla powder, of course, you can use vanilla extract. And then we're going to process that. So you do this first until it's crumbly, which I showed you. And now we'll just do this for a few seconds. And then we add the dates and the cherries. The cherries is 1 cup. Make sure they're pitted, of course. And the dates, now you soak your dates in water so that they're nice and soft. And then drain off the water and save it in case you want your dough to be a little bit more moist. And of course, make sure those are pitted as well. That was a 1/2 cup of dates. So pretty simple recipe. So we're going to combine that and make sure it's a nice dough to put into our heart mold. Wow, it looks so good. Yeah, I'm going to put in a little bit of the date water. Just a little bit. Do it maybe 10 more seconds. And that is so beautiful. And then take your heart molds and put a little piece of parchment paper underneath it so it doesn't stick. And then press them down into it. And put these in the freezer for about just 10 minutes. I mean, you can eat it right now, but just so they'll firm up a little bit. And then you can keep them in the freezer or in the fridge for just a few days because these are nice, fresh, raw ingredients. So you don't want your cherry brownie hearts to go bad or ferment. So there you have it. From Dorothy at taichibosman.com/rawfoodblog and from favediets.com. Enjoy your cherry brownie hearts.